Morning. This is Good Morning Coffee, November 20. I heard that bird go da da da. 2023. I'm listening to the birds in El Segundo, California, the States, and I thank those multiple tribes that stewarded the land prior to this and who are currently stewarding the land. I get visits, and that's amazing. I thank you for the visits. It's been fun to be included. I was just in Panera, and a little girl saw with my chi above my head, she saw a symbol that meant luck. And it was a surprise. I could see to the ba. He was like, "You're not from here? You're not from where we're from?" Some things are really, really unspoken. And he didn't know I could hear all that with telepathy. And I said I had to speak English because I don't know why. I felt like maybe I felt inclined. It's societally. Maybe I was code switching to speak English. Look! And I just said it like that, and I looked at her, and her eyes just got so big, She knew, I knew, she and I knew what was going on. It's very difficult to express. So, chi is an invisible life force, many invisible life force energy by some interpretations. Many can see it as well. It is basically photons. It is light. And we are all able to see it if we want to. And this young girl saw a symbol for luck that her ancestors sent to her, this symbol right above my head. And what an honor to be included in that exchange. I mean, hey, I just went to Panera to pick up a drink in the morning. Hey, I won't lie, we are interconnected in LA, the city of angels. We have rich histories. Oh my gosh, and if you just feel the land, it's so sacred. I was at a friend's house, and I could feel an exchange with the sacred land, and it felt like lightning bolts coming from the earth through my feet, through my knee, up my body, out my head. Just curious if you all have experienced these things as well. I believe we give birth to sacred energy like that. We are involved in this communication. It is an interpretation that we exchange communication with animals, birds, and for the more technical-minded people, we can even communicate with computing devices. I have had my consciousness interact with my computer, my TV, car alarms that I want to turn off, of neighbors just to politely say after 22 beeps, I think you don't know that your car alarm is going off, so I will use my chi to disengage the car alarm out of respect. I get permission from their highest self first, and when I get a yes, I turn off their car alarm. I think when there's 22 beeps, for some people that causes discordance, so I'm doing it out of an act of stewardship for others in our local community where we live. I am not doing it out of force or control, dominion, or anything like that. I'm not trying to dominate my neighborhood with just me. I am learning to share gifts and live in community and improve the quality of life, not just for myself, but for us all. And many people are already in communities that do that. I know I visit friends in their neighborhoods, completely live in that interconnectedness. And that's awesome. Man, that is like cool. I respect the heck out of that. I respect that. Anytime that I don't feel interconnected, that is my creation. That's how I am exchanging communication. And I just had a really, really, really engine on to the car to the left of me. Beautiful sound. Each car has a different sound, by the way, when the engine goes off, whether it be electrical or petrol based. Have you ever noticed that? And this is how, personally, I have kept the flow in my livelihood for 49 years. I just follow the flow. Right now I heard 5 beeps way out. I'm by an aerospace. El Segundo is known to be a lot of aerospace explorations. I've heard from the beeps. There's some really cool humanitarian based exchanges that are sacred happening with aerospace. And what an honor. That's so cool. And that's an honor to be a human and to be a part of this world right now. Wow, the dunya is expanding. Interplanetary exchanges where cultures who absolutely exist in other planets are being honored in sacred exchange for their cultural norms, sets, and values of all ages, interpretations, and identities, all throughout interplanetary worlds. It feels like people are being protected. And I don't like that word protected because it requires a lock and fear and all those things. I'm trying to say it sounds like cultures are being celebrated in a sense with the interplanetary lens by beautiful exchanges, and that is honored. Ooh, that is a beautiful sense of peacefulness within us being exchanged. What an honor to be engine from the USPS truck. That was an interesting sound. What an honor to be included in this sacred exchange when the individual becomes us.